Imagine owning a sat nav, having the latest technology downloaded, an enhanced version of this sat nav in your top tier model of your Mercedes or your Jaguar, right? You're driving down, you have all the resources available, but you don't utilize it to the best of its ability. You haven't even inputted where you want to go on the sat nav. That's exactly what it's like to live life without visualization, to live life without any sort of goals, any sort of planning. And that is what the vast majority of the populace, that's how they abide by their life. And they wonder why they don't get the results they want to get. They wonder why the output is not what they expect. The output is purely down to the input. It's that simple, it's that self-explanatory. People don't really understand it. When they think, I didn't get what I wanted, you have to analyze the input. A lot of the time they leave things up to chance, they leave things up to luck. And as I've always stressed on this channel, you make your own luck by working hard. You get lucky by working extremely hard and being dedicated to your craft. And luck is just merely possibility. That's all it is. It's just merely a chance of luck. It's based on probabilities. It's based on the amount of times that you try, and eventually through the law of averages, you will get what you want. But you, my friend, you are the apex predator. You are the highest form of creation. Whether you believe in God, whether you believe in the universe, whatever, you are the apex predator. You are the highest form of creation. You have an intellect. That is what differentiates us from the animal kingdom, is that we have an intellect. We have sensory factors that we can rely upon. That's why you have things like a gut feeling. That's why you have things like perception. You have things like critical thinking. These are things that dogs and cats and other various animals and mammals just simply do not possess. We are humans. That's what differentiates us. And you have this phenomenal technology up here, which is your supercomputer, your brain. We are all creative. People say I'm not creative, and that's just a limiting belief. You have to build it up. It's a tolerance. It's a skill that you enhance and develop over time. The more you use it, the better it gets. You don't use it, you lose it. It's like a muscle, right? As an apex predator, as someone that understands, the fact that we have a brain and the fact that we have a supercomputer, this is why the power of visualization is so important. Now, here's an exercise that I can give you guys. Something that I do on a continuous basis, something that, triggers emotions. Your nervous system cannot differentiate reality and what you perceive in your mind. So when you visualize something, you might visualize yourself in your dream home or your dream career, and you might be delegating tasks to your various staff members, and you might be directing, and the way that you pick up the phone, the way that you act, the charisma, the confidence that you exude, you might picture and visualize that of the best version of yourself. Now, whether it's positive or negative, because remember, the universe is neutral, so it doesn't matter if you visualize positive or negative, the more energy that you give to it, it grows. So with something like that, what I would like you guys to do, again, just to prove that it works, is think of a time where you went through a traumatic experience. Think of a time where it was a nerve-wracking event. Imagine that you wanted the ground to swallow you up. It was so awkward. It was so overwhelming for yourself. And imagine, cast your mind back to it right now through the power of visualization, through your mind. Cast your mind back 18 months ago, a year ago, 2 years ago, even a traumatic experience, something horrible. Or imagine yourself as if you immersed yourself in a position like that, and see how your nervous system reacts. After 30 seconds, see how your nervous system reacts. You might start to get sweaty palms. Your heart might start to be pounding a little faster. It might start to race. You might feel a little bit lightheaded. Why? Your nervous system is reacting to what you are picturing. That's not reality. You are comfortably sitting here right now watching this video, yet you're nervous. Yet you've got sweaty palms. Why? Because your brain cannot differentiate the difference between reality and visualization. That is the power of visualization. That is what separates us. That is what makes humans special. And that's why I always say visualization is so important, because it sets a goal, it sets the direction, it sets the tone of your life. Whenever you deviate away from the path, cast your mind back to, okay, these are my goals, these are my ambitions, this is where I want to be. It keeps you on course, it keeps you on the right track. Visualize every night before you sleep, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes of the life that you want to live. The more vivid detail, even better. Remember, if you think negatively, that energy grows. The universe is neutral. It doesn't care if it's positive or negative. It will give you exactly what you're thinking. So that's why people talk about law of attraction, and people say it's wishy-washy and it doesn't exist. For a very long period of my time, I visualize and envision myself living in a specific area of London, which I currently am right now. I wanted to live here because this is the place that I wanted to work. And even though I was living in another city in the United Kingdom with parents, I wanted to live here. I didn't know how I could afford it. I didn't know how I would even possibly get here. I was lost. I didn't have a purpose. My purpose wasn't ascertained. I was a completely lost individual. Yet I visualized and pictured myself in a happier situation. And even to this day, I continue to visualize the best version of myself, the person that gets even better, because I'm nowhere near the finished article. But I vision myself as a finished article. How does he carry himself? The best version of myself. How does he carry himself? The characteristics, the attributes, the physique, the money. This is what you have to visualize. And alongside that, of course, as time progresses, you'll start to find your purpose, and that's going to help you as well. And by visualizing, the power of visualization as well is every time you have doubt or fear, in your conscious mind, you have the ability to reject it. The subconscious mind can't reject, but the conscious mind can reject. So if you think feelings of doubt, worry, and anxiety, which is perfectly normal, you don't have to keep thinking about that. You have the conscious ability to reject it and think of a new idea. The problem is, if you continuously doubt yourself, that repetitive behavior eventually sinks into your subconscious mind, and that's when problems start to stem, and that's where problems occur. So when you have feelings of doubt and anxiety, eradicate it, ignore it, switch the idea, back to your goals, back to your visualization, back to positivity, affirmations. Okay, this is the person that I want to be. Say it in the present tense, write it in the present tense, visualize morning if you can, night if you can. I don't have time in the morning. I visualize every night before I go to sleep. But your life won't change overnight. This is a long-term process. You have to build a very strong relationship with time. Understand that these things take time. Don't have the 90-day mentality of, I'm going to be rich in 60 days. It's fantasy. It's not going to work. Understand that there's going to be hurdles. There's going to be adversity. There's going to be struggles. This path is never going to be easy. It's always going to be arduous. But if you give it patience, if you give it time, over the course of weeks, months, and years, you will become the person that you continuously visualize. That is the power of visualization. Smash the like button, gentlemen and ladies. Hit the subscribe bell. Hit the subscribe button. Leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. And I'll see all of you guys for my next video. Peace.